Imagine this. You go to a website, and boom, it's like having a personal assistant ready to answer your questions 24/7. Scheduling your appointments, qualifying leads. It's kind of like a business owner's dream, right?
Yeah, definitely a dream for a lot of businesses out there.
And it's becoming a reality with platforms like Landbot, these AI-powered chatbot generators. So we're really diving deep into Landbot today, seeing how it helps businesses automate conversations and really just boost that efficiency. And we're talking marketing, sales, customer service,
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, it's really interesting how it kind of brings everything together.
Yeah, and it's not just for huge companies.
Right, exactly.
Like anyone can use this, right?
Yeah, small businesses, entrepreneurs, anyone can create a chatbot using this no-code approach.
Okay, so no code. So even if you're not a tech wizard, you can still build these chatbots.
Exactly, it's drag and drop, super user-friendly.
So, like, how much control do you actually have over the chatbot, though? If you're not actually coding, can you still make it smart?
You actually have a surprising amount of control. You can build in conditional logic, have it respond differently to what users say, even integrate data from other sources. It's really impressive what they've done with it.
So it can almost think for itself, in a way.
In a way, yeah.
So companies are seeing some incredible results with Landbot. Like we saw that mineauto.de, they increased leads by 10%.
In just 24 hours.
24 hours just from using this.
Mhm.
How is it generating like 3 times more leads than what they were doing before?
So it's the AI. It's having a chatbot that can actually hold a conversation, a human-like conversation.
Oh, so it's more engaging?
Much more engaging. And it can qualify leads, ask the right questions, personalize the experience.
So it's not just a robotic fill out this form.
Exactly, yeah.
And it can be used anywhere.
Yeah.
Not just on a website.
Right. Websites, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, it goes where the people are.
That's so smart. Okay, so lead generation, check. But what about actually converting those leads, getting them to commit? Landbot has that AI appointment assistant. Does that actually make a difference in booking rates?
It does. Think about the old way. Emails back and forth, phone calls. So time-consuming.
Yeah, and it's easy to miss things.
Exactly. But with Landbot's AI assistant, it's all automated. And we see clients like ARO, they have a 9% conversion rate for appointments booked through the chatbot.
A 9% conversion rate, that's amazing.
It is.
So we're seeing all these benefits. But I got to ask, is this going to replace human agents altogether?
I wouldn't say replace. It's more like a collaboration.
Oh, okay.
Bots can handle those basic things, FAQs, scheduling. But human agents, they're freed up to focus on the more complex issues.
So the things that really need that human touch.
Right, where empathy and critical thinking are needed.
Like a good cop, bad cop situation.
Exactly. You need both to get the best results.
So it's all about balance, finding that sweet spot between AI and human interaction.
Yeah, to provide the best possible customer experience.
Do you have any other examples of companies using this kind of human AI teamwork successfully?
Alliance Benelux, they automated 350,000 customer inquiries in just 4 weeks using Landbot.
350,000.
Yep, that's the power of combining AI and human expertise.
That's incredible. Okay, so we've talked about the why. Now let's dig into what Landbot actually offers. What are the key features that make this so powerful?
The integrations are a game changer. You know, we talked about the no-code building, but being able to connect seamlessly with other platforms like CRM systems.
I was going to ask about that. I remember reading something about the integrations, but it didn't get into specifics. What kind of integrations are we talking about?
Well, it doesn't list specifics, but think about a chatbot pulling data from your CRM to personalize the interaction, or scheduling appointments straight into your calendar.
That would save so much time.
Exactly. It streamlines everything for both the business and the customer.
So it's really about fitting into that existing ecosystem of tools that businesses are already using.
Right. It's not just a standalone solution. It's part of a bigger picture.
It's like we're moving toward these AI conversations being the heart of how businesses interact with customers.
I think you're right. And as AI keeps evolving, we'll see even more sophisticated integrations, a truly interconnected ecosystem.
It's an exciting time for sure. All right, let's talk about some more real-world impact. We've touched on mineauto.de and ARO. Any other companies knocking it out of the park with Landbot?
Glovo, the delivery app. They used Landbot to automate their customer service.
And how did that go?
Customer satisfaction scores went way up.
So it's not just about efficiency, it's about making customers happy.
Exactly, and that's what Landbot does. It answers common questions, tracks orders, even handles
No,
complaints.
it's like having a whole team of customer service reps working around the clock.
Pretty much.
That 24/7 availability is a game changer these days. But I know some people are still a bit hesitant about AI.
I get it. Change can be scary.
What would you say to those who are on the fence about this?
AI is a tool. Like any tool, it can be used in good or bad ways. We need to focus on those positive applications, the ways it can improve our lives.
Making things easier, more efficient?
Exactly.
So it's not about being replaced by robots, it's about using AI to make things better.
Exactly. It's about enhancement.
I like that. So, to wrap up this part of our dive, what's the one thing you want our listeners to remember about Landbot?
AI is here. It's happening now. And platforms like Landbot, they're making it easy for anyone to create amazing chatbot experiences that benefit everyone.
So it's time to jump in and see what it's all about. For our listeners, keep an open mind, explore the possibilities. You might be surprised what you find. But we're just getting started. We'll be back after a short break to dig even deeper into Landbot and AI chatbots. So we're back, and we've been talking all about Landbot and the power of AI chatbots.
Really fascinating stuff.
Yeah, and it really seems like these chatbots are becoming, I don't know, smarter, more integrated into how we do things. Makes you wonder, what's next? What does the future hold for AI chatbots?
Yeah, it's really interesting to think about. I mean, the technology is advancing so quickly. Natural language processing, AI capabilities. We're already seeing AI composing music, writing, even creating realistic images.
Yeah, I've seen those. It's kind of freaky how real they look.
Right. So, yeah, having these complex conversations with AI, it's definitely possible.
So you're saying like someday we could be having full-blown conversations with AI companions.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be that far off.
Wow, that's kind of mind-blowing. But also a little bit, I don't know, concerning. Like, what happens to all the human jobs if AI could do everything?
That's the big question, right? And it's a tough one. AI will definitely automate some tasks, change the nature of some jobs,
For sure.
but I don't think it's about replacing humans entirely.
Okay, that's good to hear.
It's more about collaboration, I think.
Oh, interesting.
AI can handle the repetitive things, the data-heavy stuff,
Makes sense.
and that frees up humans to focus on what we're good at. Creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
So it's like finding that synergy, right?
Yeah.
The best of both worlds.
Exactly, it's a partnership.
A human AI dream team.
You got it.
But even with this partnership, there's got to be some challenges, right? Like, how do we make sure this is all ethical? That it benefits everyone, not just the companies using the AI.
Right. That's super important. We have to be mindful of potential biases in the AI,
Hmm.
ensure transparency in how it's developed and used.
Transparency is key.
Absolutely. And data privacy, that's a big one.
Huge.
We have to make sure people's information is protected.
Yeah, no one wants their data out there for anyone to grab.
Right. It's about responsible implementation of the technology.
So ethics is a big part of this conversation.
It has to be.
Okay, so we've talked about the good, the bad, the ethical dilemmas. But I'm curious, where do you see AI chatbots really making a difference in the near future?
Healthcare is a big one.
Oh yeah, healthcare could really use some streamlining.
Think about it. Personalized medical advice, appointment scheduling, even monitoring patient health.
Like a virtual nurse.
Kind of, yeah. Imagine a chatbot that reminds you to take your meds, answers questions about your symptoms.
That would be so helpful.
Right. And it could even alert doctors if something seems wrong,
Wow, that could be life-saving.
especially for folks in remote areas or with limited access to care.
Yeah, that's a huge impact.
And it's not just physical health, mental health, too.
Oh, right, like therapy chatbots.
Exactly. They could offer support, coping strategies, connect people with resources.
It's amazing how versatile this technology is.
Yeah.
What other industries are ripe for the chatbot revolution?
Education.
Oh, yeah. Education could use a shakeup.
Definitely. Chatbots could be personalized tutors, offering customized learning, answering questions, even grading assignments.
So every student gets that one-on-one attention.
Right, and teachers get more time to actually teach.
It's like a win-win for everyone.
Exactly. It's about creating a better learning environment for all students.
So AI chatbots, they're changing healthcare, education, and we know they're shaking things up in business too. For those business owners just starting to explore this, what advice would you give them?
Don't be scared of the technology.
Right? It can seem daunting.
It's not, really. Platforms like Landbot, they make it simple.
We've talked about that, yeah.
Start by thinking about where a chatbot could help in your business. Customer service, lead generation, scheduling.
So pick one area and focus on that.
Yeah, start small, solve a specific problem, and then build from there.
Don't try to do everything at once.
And don't be afraid to experiment, see what works, get feedback, and keep improving.
It's all about iteration and improvement.
Exactly.
So approach it with an open mind, a willingness to learn, and always focus on your customers.
That's the key.
It's not just about the tech, it's about using it to create real value.
Get it.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to touch on that ethics piece again. We talked about it briefly, but it's such an important topic. As these AI chatbots become more and more a part of our lives, how do we ensure they're used ethically? What can businesses do to address those concerns?
Transparency is a big one.
We talked about that earlier, yeah.
Be upfront with users that they're interacting with a chatbot.
So no pretending the bot is a human.
Right. Be honest. And protect data privacy.
Absolutely.
Be clear about what data you're collecting, how you're using it, and how you're keeping it safe.
Data security is so important.
It is.
Anything else businesses should be thinking about?
Monitor the chatbot's performance. Make sure it's not showing any bias.
Bias, that's a good point.
AI is trained on data,
Mm-hmm.
and data can contain biases, so you have to be vigilant.
So it's about being proactive, identifying potential issues before they become big problems.
Exactly.
And this isn't a one-time thing, right?
Right. It's an ongoing conversation.
We have to keep evaluating AI, keep the dialogue going as the technology evolves.
It's a shared responsibility. All of us need to be involved.
Okay, so lots to think about on the ethics front. And we're going to keep thinking about it as we move on to the final part of our deep dive. We'll look at some more real-world examples, and we'll talk about what the future holds for these amazing AI chatbots. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground, but talking about AI chatbots is one thing. Actually seeing them in action is a whole other level. So let's dive into some real-world case studies, see how companies are using Landbot to achieve some pretty amazing results.
Yeah, there are some really cool examples out there.
I bet.
One that comes to mind is Seat, the car manufacturer.
Oh, yeah, I know them.
They used Landbot to streamline their lead generation process.
Okay, so how'd they do that?
Well, they created this chatbot that engages potential customers right on their website.
Okay, so instead of just having, like, a boring old contact form.
Exactly. It guides them through a series of questions to figure out what they're looking for, what their needs are.
So it's like a conversation, not just a data grab.
Yeah.
And did it work?
Oh, yeah. Big time. They saw a 60% increase in qualified leads.
Wow, 60%.
And their cost per lead went down by 50%.
That's huge. It's proof that chatbots can be way more effective than those old school methods.
Definitely.
Any other success stories you want to share?
MediaMarkt, the electronics retailer, they used Landbot to help customers find the perfect TV.
Okay, interesting.
They knew that buying a TV can be a tough decision. So many options, so many features.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming.
Right. So their chatbot asks about screen size, resolution, budget, all that stuff.
So it's like having a personal shopping assistant right there on the website.
Exactly. And it gives personalized recommendations based on your answers.
So it takes the guesswork out of it.
Yeah. And it helped MediaMarkt increase their conversion rates and keep customers happy.
Makes sense. If you find the right TV, you're more likely to buy it.
Exactly.
I got to hear one more. Give me another good one.
All right. How about Wendy's?
The fast food chain.
That's the one.
Okay, what do they do with chatbots?
They got creative with it. They used a chatbot on Facebook Messenger to interact with customers, offering deals, running contests, even telling jokes.
So they're not just selling burgers, they're building that brand personality.
Exactly.
That's smart.
It's about creating a fun experience, making people remember the brand.
And I bet it helped them stand out from the competition.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've seen how AI chatbots can be used in all these different ways. It's pretty incredible. What do you think? What's the future of AI chatbots?
Well, natural language processing is getting better and better.
Meaning the bots are becoming more human-like in their conversations.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing to see.
Anything else you're excited about?
The integration with other technologies like augmented reality and virtual reality.
Oh, wow. So we could be interacting with chatbots in these immersive environments.
Think about a chatbot that walks you through a virtual store, helps you try on clothes, visualize furniture in your home.
Yeah, that would be game-changing.
The possibilities are endless.
It sounds like a pretty amazing future. Yeah. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the basics of Landbot to the potential future of AI. Any final thoughts for our listeners?
Embrace the possibilities, explore the technology, and don't be afraid to experiment. Focus on using AI to create positive experiences for your customers, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve.
That's great advice. Thanks for sharing your expertise with us today. And for our listeners, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.